Or did he not need it?
He didn't need it. You know, the biggest thing is when you're in a position like he's in, or any of the, especially the quarterbacks are here, is, you know, just try to be yourself. You know, we get a lot of credit, and sometimes, you know, we shouldn't get as much credit as we get, but you do. And the thing is don't change your personality. Don't be anybody different than any other time in your life, and you'll have more respect from the players that way than anything. And that's how I tried to do and live my life when I was back in the NFL. And obviously Tom having a great career, one of the fun guys to watch in the league, and off to another great start.
So Tom would be one of them. Who are the other quarterbacks that catch your eye?
Well, you know, obviously some of the older guys, like Peyton Manning is, you know, obviously is fun. You look at guys like Drew Brees, look at Aaron Rodgers. I like watching Russell Wilson up in Seattle.
Yep.
Of course, I like watching our guy in San Francisco. Those guys were fun to watch. I get a little nervous when he runs around a little bit, but it's a bunch of money running around there. You better get on the ground. So you know, some of the, I would probably say those guys are a handful.
Okay, we did ask fans to tweet in questions for Joe. We've got a few of those, Joe. We'll just read them out to you now. One of them is from Matthew Armstrong, who says, it's along the lines of that. Do you think we'll see more mobile passers, or do you think that quarterbacks always revert back to the pocket?
Well, I think it's going that the mobile quarterback is around to stay. I don't know if it'll be like full blown like you see in college in the U.S., but it definitely adds a different element and another predicament for the defense when you have a quarterback that can get out and run like these guys can today. When it comes back to it, the mainstay I believe will always be, you have to be able to throw from the pocket.
We've got one here from Asif Patel, who asks, do you have a favorite Super Bowl win?
No, they're all favorites.
Yeah.
You know, were so different. You know, the first one was a little bit, actually, you know, the first one, we didn't play to the top of our game, but we still won, and it was that first experience. The second one we played at home at Stanford, so it was right down the street for us, and obviously the next one you win on the last play of the game. And not sure I really liked the fourth one because we got ahead so far. They took me out of the game early, and I was like, I don't like coming out of the game, especially the Super Bowl. You don't want to come out of that one.
One from Mike Smith, who says, let's find it here. Your heroes growing up. Did you have an NFL hero growing up?
The guys I probably watched the most, I grew up just outside of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, a little town called Monongahela, and I watched a guy named Terry Bradshaw go from a team that was in the basement to winning 4 Super Bowls. Johnny Unitas was probably another one.
And the final question from Mike Needham, it's referring to Brett Favre getting the call from the St. Louis Rams this week. He says, did you get a call from the Rams to go back and play quarterback?
No, but do you need my phone number?
Yeah, do you want it? So on that, I mean, do you still miss it today?
Oh yeah, I wish everyone could experience a Sunday afternoon on the field, because it is the most exciting thing I've ever done in my life. You try, when you retire, you try to find that excitement. There's nothing that even comes close. And if I could, one of the guys said today, if we could take a magic pill and go back and play tomorrow, we would all take it right away.
What about tomorrow at Wembley Stadium then? What are you looking forward to seeing, and what is it you like out of this 49ers team? They seem a very physical team. Yeah,
they have one of those things I talked about that was important for our championships, and that's good defense, and they've got one. Their offense has sputtered a little bit over a few weeks, but I think last weekend you saw a little bit more of them letting Kaepernick out of the pocket again. So my guess is you're going to start to see a little bit more of that from him, and until they get that offense back on track again.
Bill Walsh was an offensive genius. If he came to you and said, Joe, you're running a lot of read option this week, your answer would have been?
I'm giving it, Coach. Don't worry about me keeping it. I'm on the give mode.
Excellent. What will the Jags be going through? Because they're a winless team. The pressure builds each week, right?
Well, those are the kind of teams that scare you when you go to play them, because you know they're a lot better than what they've been playing. And one of these weeks, they're going to put together and get it back on track. And you're just hope that it's not the week you play them. So I know the 49ers have been beaten, the coaches have been beaten into the players this week. Hey, don't overlook this team. Just because of their record, you can't think about that, because there's a lot of talented guys on that team. And they're going to get it back together. And we got to make sure that it's next week that they get it back together. So that's a scary team come for the 49ers coming into play.
And are you looking forward to seeing Wembley Stadium? Because you played there in 88. Summer of 88. It's a very different stadium right now.
Well, that's what I hear. I'm always looking forward to get in there. I wish I was on the field rather than in the stands or sitting next to the commissioner somewhere. But maybe he has a cold beer in there for me, and I'll be happy.
Sounds like he wants to play at least one more game, and Joe, we would love it if you could do it as well. He's an absolute legend, the best quarterback in NFL history, Joe Montana.